this is IMAX.
Save our planet, not your glasses. Please return your glasses after the show.
Crazy. That's weird.
Coming to a theater near you.
You're missing the big picture here. If time travel were possible, it would be the greatest ethical and philosophical conundrum of the modern age. If you had that kind of power, what would you do? What would you change? Time travel. Great Scott.
Great Scott! What year is this?
Bring back one piece.
Bro, I'm not even gonna say the N-word, you
What?
fucking black guy!
The very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
Yeah. That OBS software is a pain in the fucking ass, though. Like if you get it all linked up right, it works. But like it's a pain. It's a pain to get everything fucking linked up right. Yeah. What's up? Yeah, but it took you on this. It took your background off, so it's only green screen now. No, I could fucking go on for days about that fucking topic. You should have fucking did one yesterday. I just came there from last night. So I was trying to stay till Monday, but they wanted fucking 900 for me to fucking fly back on Monday. I was like, nah, I got to dip. Yeah, I was like, if it was like 200, I would have did it. My boy just went. My boy's got family out there. He just went there like in October, I think it was, for like 2 weeks. Self-sufficient is self-sufficient. I mean, you probably gonna have to pay electricity and shit. I should buy hella solar panels. Bro, I 5 times, 5 times than last year. Fucking nah, nah. I could have. I tried once. I tried once. That shit about to start getting ping, 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 ping. Nah, bro, it's done. It's dead. Dead. It's dead. It's dead. That shit's dead, bro. Bro, it's fucking dead. It's it's like night and day. It's like night and day. Especially at like being this age and the women are already like stuck in their ways. It, it's done. It's done. I can't. People at my job be like, you know how they do the like, would you or whatever. They be talking mad shit, but They be like, "You taking advantage of them girls?" I'm not taking advantage of shit. They getting paid. It's way different. Colombia, $100 turns into 400,000 pesos. $1 is 4,000 pesos. It's still expensive though. All right, don't get it twisted. Like in the tourist areas, it's adjusted. Put it to you like that. In the tourist areas, like that's the thing. But when you go, like where I was staying at, it was the tourist. It's the tourist center. But I had dipped out with this chick. Her mom was like, "Bring him over. I want to cook for him." So we went, like, drove like 30 minutes. I was. Nah, but I knew this girl already though. Like I've been talking to her since like November, and like 2 months. And I know her sisters, like I know her daughters. I already knew her mom. Like I already was on the phone with her mom. So we drove like 30 minutes in the fucking taxi. Your mom fucking cooked me fucking chicken, fucking rice, plantains, fucking salad. Shit was the best meal I fucking had when I was there. It was in the fucking burial, in the fucking hood. Like I was walking like when we first got there, got the car they park in the front, so you gotta walk through it. Motherfuckers looking at me like, and I'm telling the fucking girl like, yo, like these motherfuckers giving me that eye. Like she was like, 'cause they don't see white people. Like, I mean, yeah, you can't like the shit that be fucking it up is the motherfuckers. The passport bro shit is corny. That shit's corny as hell, and it's fucking it up for everybody else because they promoted to too many people, and you got all these fucking nuts going over there with jewelry and shit on, and then they getting robbed, and they're like, "Don't go there because they'll rob you," but you don't go to a fucking third world country with fucking jewelry on. Like, you know what I mean? Exactly. You won't. But they got the mentality like, yo, I'm from New York, I'm from fucking here. It's different there. It's different. Like motherfuckers is hungry here, but motherfuckers is starving there. Like, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers ain't eat motherfuckers ain't eating 3 4 days, like, type of shit. Like you can't like I be feeling some type of way because I had on Jordans and motherfuckers kept asking me, they're like, yo, they Jordans, and I'm like, chill, bro. Like I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have wore Jordans over here. Nah, nah, you just get some slides and shit. 3 months. But they be chilling for the most part. They just want fucking money. That's all they want. Thailand's on the list. I just can't sit on a plane for 18 fucking hours. It's hard enough for 5.5 hours. I'll be bored as fuck. You gotta, you well, number one, you gotta stay 2 weeks. Number one, because you're losing 2 whole days in travel time. there and back. So you gotta stay for at least 10 days. And then you're gonna have to deal with the fucking jet lag. So that's gonna fuck you up. Oh, I already got. No, I'm already working on that though, because fucking I've been to DR, I've been to Colombia, I've been to DR twice, and I went to this is my third time in Colombia, and you can get a 1-bedroom apartment for $190 a month. So I'm gonna fucking start with one, get one close as I can to the popping area, and fucking just rent that bitch on Airbnb. And then that shit, you rent it for a week or 2 weeks, it fucking pays for itself. It's over there. It's $190 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment, American dollars. Yep, people do it all the time. As close as you can to it. Like in DR, I know a spot right now that's right on the strip, like literally right on the fucking strip. This John I know, she already got an apartment in there. She's the one that put me on. It's 109. No, well, you gotta have a property. You gotta have some type of like property manager there. Like I told the John, like, you know what I mean. I'll pay you whatever out of what I make, and you just, you drop the keys off to whoever's renting it, and then when they leave, you just go in there and clean up, and I'll fucking give you fucking $50 a week or some shit. And then once you get at least one popping, then you go to get two. You know what I mean? Like you get you'll get a fully furnished crib for $300 a month, 2-bedroom, John, and it's right in front of the fucking beach. Damn, they shouting out fucking governments and shit. Trying to stay below the radar. I think you can get it now. I just got to talk with the dude from my job because he was going through with it, and I don't know if he fucking finished it. I know they make you jump through fucking all types of hoops for it and shit. Jersey is different though. I know. I've been really thinking about getting back on that shit. Like trying to do like I don't know what the fucking niche is to do. Like beat making videos is kind of like it's like you gotta think outside the box because like everything is already fucking like everything's already done. You know what I mean? Like as far as like YouTube entertainment, kind of like. Yeah, but Kai's fucking trash. He's fucking. All them fucking like prank videos and that shit's fucking corny, yeah. I mean, it's funny, but like in some of the shit, it's like, bro, you asking to fucking get killed, bro. Like, you really asking. No, not Kai, but it's I forget the other John I used to watch. They be going to the hood and be like, "Yo, you trying to get shanked?" Or like some stupid shit. Like nah, I forget what the bull was saying. Like bull, Yeah, the Mexican boy with the black boy with the dreads. It do be funny, but it be like, I don't know, man. Some of the shit be funny. I mean, some of them know where they could go and do that shit. Like the one boy be going to like the colleges and shit and fucking around. All right, because ain't nobody gonna really do nothing stupid at no college. Like, you know what I mean? But like the boys that be going to like the hood and shit, I was like, I don't know, bro. See, I don't know how to get the, like, if I could do like a split screen with this and the fucking YouTube, but I can't do that shit on here. On the phone? No, on the TV. Yeah, probably. Probably I might. Well, number one is because you're going to get copyright claims on everything, so you can't really... No, I don't think they hit you. It is like a fucking threshold to it. Cause I be watching this boy that be like what the fuck is this channel called? Digging in the grates or digging the grates, and he be like breaking down people's albums and shit. And he'll play the samples, but he only plays like maybe 10 seconds or less. No, you get strikes on it. It's like 3 strikes is fucking... Nah, you can't fuck with them big YouTubers. That should be mad delayed though. I'm looking at the video now. That should be mad delayed. Like on my joint. Yeah, it's like 10 seconds. Man, this shit, but you can't fucking take, you can't You know how like YouTube on your phone, you can fucking swipe up and it'll still stay on your screen? Yeah, you can't do that on here.
All right, we are not back. that was banging though, because I muted the mic mixer on OBS, and then it still recorded my mic in conversation with JK on fucking Riverside. So all right, everyone check out Riverside. That's a weird new app, but it's banging for like conferences and group joins. So we gonna see if we can rock out with that, get that shit popping. Let's go into the video we've been going at. We been bullshitting, but this shit that you about to see is off the chains though. I'm gonna have to chop this live up, make it 2 different lives. But where we at? Let's go to PowerPoint, y'all. Let's go. This shit gonna be popping. Let's turn the background music off. Boom. Let's go.
Ancient aliens be like, much of human history remains hidden after the Finno-Korean hyperwar. With much of the planet destroyed, many of the old powers ceased to function, and the first Proto-Indo-Europeans emerged from their creation pods in Yakub laboratories. The Proto-Indo-Europeans spread themselves across the earth seeking better lives. Various primitive states found a modicum of success. The spacefaring Indian nation of Harappa, or the hidden Jinn city of Iram, by far the most famous being the subterranean realm of Agartha, which was ruled by a confederation made up of many different races. But this period would end after Earth was invaded by extraterrestrials from outer space. The various invaders scrambled to conquer the many technologically primitive kingdoms of Earth. While fierce, desperate wars were fought, most of humanity was split between alien colonies. Technology had started to recover during this period, but
alright, this where Bull, whoever this video is, who he is master of raffleness. Alright. Add his shit. Subscribe to shit. I don't know. I'm subscribed to shit, but it don't show on PowerPoint. Yo, this how I knew this is some other shit. Where was it at? It said the Finno-Korean hyperwar. Like that just hit me so hard. And I'm gonna do a video on this. I gotta study into it because it seems like they're trying to keep it hidden. Wherever the overseers are, they trying to keep something hidden. So we gonna check back into that and do a video on that. But remember that Finno-Korean hyperwar. But his videos is dope as shit. It sounds like his videos are satire or parody, but they're actually kind of on point. So pay attention to everything it says, even though it's fast and it seems funny and satire, but it's gonna be on point. All right, I'm just adjusting my camera. Boom. Well, let's go back.
technology had started to recover during this period, but was in the hands of increasingly brutal and sadistic alien overlords, like the non-corporeal energy beings, Phaeton, or the shape-shifting telepathic reptilian humanoids from Alpha Centauri known as the Centaurians. But even this period...
I'm mad because I kind of feel like a Professor X. Like, I will reach out like, and visit a motherfucker if I really wanted to. Like, I try to not do that shit no more because I feel like it's spooky. It's weird to just, like, project myself in motherfucking dreams and different shit. Like, I'm waffling, but that's me. Just give me a little more. Look, that's my complexion a little bit. Like when I ain't in the sun too much, I need a little more darker tan.
Telepathic reptilian humanoids from Alpha Centauri known as the Centauri.
And I'm ahead of the game, man. I be on Alpha Centauri fucking system. See, the shit I'm saying to y'all probably like, this motherfucker is crazy. Like, what is he talking about? No, the shit I be saying is next level. Like, everything he's saying, almost every word he's saying is next level. like the Alpha Centauri, everything, like system. Look in there. All you gotta do is look it up.
But even this period of alien domination would end following Maldek's destruction. The planet was engaged in a nuclear kaiju war, which led to the destruction of Maldek as well as planets Nibiru.
All right, so we went back in the first video of Black Gods and Fallen Angels. We went into a little bit of that story of Maldek that got blown up, like was sitting between Mars and Jupiter or something like that. And we went into deep about the souls of those people that died in that planet explosion were granted to come to Earth and possess humans, like all humans, or it's just it goes deep. So remember that when I heard him say Maldek in this video, I was like, this motherfucker cooking, he's spitting.
Nibiru and Tiamat, the immense amounts of radiation war which led to the destruction of Maldek as well as planets Nibiru and Tiamat. The immense amounts of radiation spread across the solar system, killing all life except on Earth. The population was spared due to the dead from Maldek becoming second density beings following the destruction, and using soul transference moved their souls into the inhabitants.
Ooh, he's spitting. He said soul transference. Remember, like 1 billion or 1 million people just die all of a sudden, and they allowed to all just come to Earth? That's nasty work. God's doing too much up there.
Following the destruction, and using soul transference moved their souls into the inhabitants on Earth due to its similar biome to Maldek. The planet's population was protected, but Earth was still an irradiated shithole much like its neighbors, causing a mass exodus of aliens out of the solar system. The only ones left were the various alien slaves that came with their masters. The aliens also took Earth's technology and industry with them, leading to technological regression. Human hybrids and aliens are now reduced to Stone Age civilizations who battle over forgotten relics. This age of barbarism would end when survivors from Maldek arrived on generation ships eons later. Out arose the technologically advanced Atlanteans, who the savage races of Earth immediately...
Boy, bye. You see how he changed the music? So I guess he's pro-Atlantean, anti-Maldekian. Because this motherfucker, the music changed. It went to triumphantness. Like, I mean, me honestly, I believe I'm Atlantean. I believe it's two different sets of beings. Like, I think the Atlanteans never got caught up in Noah's flood and all the deluge and everything. When Atlantis sunk, they just jumped right over to fucking the American continent. So it's not even really that hard to like figure out like that most indigenous, and I believe as black American, what they call them, FBA, Free Black Man of America, that for the most part we didn't come from Africa. Like, I don't really look like an African. Is that racist? That's fucked up. All right, let's go.
Attacked. Eventually, a kinship would form with humanity, creating a hybrid race of beings known as Muans, who coexisted with Atlanteans on the continent of Mu. On the continent of Mu.
Wait, so let's see what they say. Who started Mu?
Creating a highly advanced Atlanteans, who the savage races of Earth immediately attacked. Eventually, a kinship would form with humanity, creating a hybrid race of beings known as Muan.
Alright, so it sounds like they're saying the people of Mu are a hybrid of the Atlanteans and the residential base human level on the planet, in which they wasn't that much basic because the Atlanteans and the Annunaki kept helping them out. So you keep helping them out every 50, 100 years, like, and that was the problem in the beginning. They was telling them like, hey, because you're half Atlantean or half Anunnaki or God, that you really have a right to the throne too. So they didn't really want any non-pure blood, like just call them Saiyans. Anybody that's not pure Saiyan, they didn't want them to really know. They try to just keep them as a slave mind.
Who coexisted with Atlanteans on the continent of Mu. On the continent of Mu, a technological renaissance would occur and bring technology back to the planet. But it wouldn't last, as a kaiju war between Muans and Atlanteans followed by an unknown cataclysmic event that would lead to the entire continent sinking into the ocean.
Yeah, I heard about that too. It was a little bit of like Atlantis versus Mu at one point.
Atlanteans by this time retreated to the island of Atlantis and started a new golden age over the planet. Their technomancy became so great they soon turned to hedonism and depraved acts for pleasure. The gods of Olympus grew too disgusted and sunk the entire island into the ocean. Atlantis would leave.
Oh, Jay, you might be able to see, that's the problem. You could probably turn your phone mic on, but you can't really listen to the replay of YouTube then now because it's gonna be a loop.
No, it's gonna fucking back feed.
Yeah, like crazy ass. Oh well, so all right, so it don't
It's
sound
delayed anyway, so like whatever we're saying right now is gonna take like 10 minutes to be said on there.
10 minutes. God damn.
Not 10 minutes, 10 seconds.
But for the most part, I think you're coming in through OBS. So if you're coming through OBS, you're going to YouTube, your vocals. That's why I say you could probably unmute your mic.
The TV's low anyway. The TV ain't low.
All right. As you be kind of looking, the topic is, know what kind of struck me out and make me think about a lot is when Yahtzee and them was talking about that Annunaki shit years ago.
Yeah.
And we didn't really know nothing about it. And it sounded like pseudoscience in a way, like, but I don't know, like, do you ever be looking at some of the stuff and be like, or obviously you start to look at stuff I put out, my crazy shit.
See, the thing is, I watch like the Eastern alien shit a lot, and they be like, you know, the thing is with them is like aliens. Like when you look at the bigger picture, like technically we are aliens too.
Yeah, basically just us. More advanced at different times.
If you look at like the universe, right? And I forget how many fucking galaxies they said. Just say 1 million galaxies. When you look at that, there's 1 million galaxies out there. You cannot possibly believe that we are the only fucking living thing that's in this entire fucking universe.
Yeah.
As big as they say the universe is. Like, come on. I think that with the Annunaki shit, I think it's a possibility that we were created by them, but I think they came down and manipulated the shit.
Yeah, for the most part. But I know I just try to understand where everything coming from. I basically just believe that all the different races on planet Earth are, for the most part, different species, but they're compatible species because they're all mixed. They have a common, I guess, mix, whoever, basically, like how they say that a lot of those
genetic DNA code is the same.
Yeah, so it's like they're not the same, but they genetically can
compatible.
Yeah, so it's weird. Like with a little bit of help of technology, because if you go in deep with the A, B, and B blood types, some of us have problems trying to procreate, but the medicine now
you can't procreate with certain fucking like blood types or some shit, or
yeah, sometimes
certain people can't have babies with certain people.
Well, black and white people, for the most part, can have, but it's different antibodies that tries to attack y'all rhesus genes that y'all have in y'all. So it tries to attack the rhesus gene, and they give them like this shot, the women a shot that allows the women's body not to attack. Basically, a foreign race DNA inside of a black woman. As far as a black man going into other races, I'm not sure how. Like, I don't think their body will really fight it. But that's the problem. I think it goes to a little bit to the blood types also. But for the most part, like I said, I think we all compatible races. And when I be doing these videos, I'll be like, a lot of people do videos like mine, and they be on some, I'm pro-black or I'm pro-white, and they start dividing. Like, I be trying to like break it down so we can see what the fuck really going on, and then come together. And like that be the problem. Like, why I always do these topics. Like, I'm not on either side. Like, I'm not on either side of any races, as far as politics, as far as genetics, as far as right or wrong. Like I said, I just know as far as the soul, there's a soul, and a soul can have anything. So I think like that's why I wonder sometimes about like with different races, because on the black side they can talk pretty fucked up, like yeah, they say a lot of times like well black people only ones have soul, and I don't believe that, because I believe because I believe now all races came out of like maybe the darkest hue, but like I said, I don't believe Noah and them is
white.
Yeah, I don't believe. Yeah, I don't. Well, it goes deeper than that. I think a lot of those famous characters in the Bible were had albinism, and they were probably like really light skinned or close to white, and just like had reddish or, because I think sometimes when those Annunaki gods came down and had sex with the different beings, it just created a crazy albinism or something weird, like, and they don't really understand it. Like, that's why I said I believe all races are in, I don't know, the prehistoric black man. All races are in us. So it's like you can't divide any of us and say, oh, they're a different race, or they're not, like, they're, like, you know how they say they all the 12 tribes of Israel and all that stuff. Like, we're all the same. We just got split up different.
I don't know, that the race it's just a weird fucking topic to fucking, I don't know. I could tell you.
That's why I'm doing this topic with you right now, because it's hard for me to understand, because y'all understand. My best friend Justin is white, and I never looked at him as white or anything. We don't look at race over here. But when you go into the world, I'm interested sometimes.
All right,
what he thinks.
Let me break this down to you, right? So this is my we going back into passport bro shit, but it's on the topic. It's on the topic. So I had a girl, she was with me for 3 days. I had already knew her, so we was cool, and we in the club and shit. So she she like
twerking.
It was like a group of brothers sitting at the table. So I'm dancing with the chick. She was like, "Yo, they're talking about you." She was like, "They're talking bad about you," and I was like, "What you mean?" She was like, "They're saying a bunch of shit about you." So we're leaving out the spot, right? And she comes up to me and she told me later on that night. She was like, "Yo, the black dude, they call him, the Spanish people call him morenas, which means brunette, but brunette is darker hair. So I guess where that comes in. The morena told me he hated me because I was leaving with you, and I'm like,
we had a crush on her. Broken hearted.
I don't know.
He hated, like, oh, white boy got
like,
my girl.
He was like, why would he say that to me? And I'm like, I don't know. But that just made me think, like, it's like, bro, there's like fucking hundreds of fucking women out here. Why the fuck you telling this girl that you hate her because she's leaving with a white dude?
The ego.
It don't make no sense.
The ego.
And then. So I'm chilling in the clock tower, right? Mm-hmm. It's like the main tourist area, and it's Afro Latinas, and then you got like the lighter Colombian chicks and Venezuelans and shit.
Uh-huh.
The chick comes up to me. She was like, "Yo, the Negritas love you. The black girls, the black Colombians." She was like, "They love you," and I'm like, "What you mean?" She was like, "They love you. They love you here," and I'm like. That shit just made me feel weird. Like that whole situation happened the same day. Like.
Like, it's like you walking around like a rapper or artist or something, and the haters is hating, but everyone's like, "Yo, we love you." You were like, "Yo, what the fuck?" I don't know where to walk through. Like fucking.
When I was in fucking DR, it was a black dude. The dude I still talk to him to this day. I talked to him earlier today. He's from Vineland, New Jersey, and he was with like 4 other dudes, right? So I'm walking the strip. I'm just walking around by myself, and the dude he was with comes up to me. He was like, "Yo, who are you?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, he's like, "Who are you?" He was like, "We see you all the time." Like, he was like, "We see you everywhere." And I'm like, "I'm not. I'm just chilling here on vacation." He was like, nah. He was like, you gotta be like a DJ or like a fucking club promoter. He was like, yo, we seen you here, we seen you at the casino, we seen you at the club, we seen you at Members.
Y'all got binoculars or something?
He was like, every time we fucking see you, he was like, you always got bad bitches with you. And I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude.
He was
like,
probably asking to be recruited, like, can I roll with you? He was like
I was like, I don't know, dude.
Yo, this story from the beginning when you started sounded like an episode off like Saints Row or Jesus. I don't know. I just felt like he was like Moreno, from the Moreno gang, and then one couple of them came up like, yo, can we join your gang? I see you with all the bitches. It'd be funny, man. It'd be weird. Like it's like you think the shit just be here, but it'd be there too, though. Like it'd be weird. You know? I know the dynamic is weird over there because it seems like it's the same way over there as over here, but like in a more a higher level. Like
it's racism there too, though. Like because you know the lighter girls don't like the darker girls, and the one chick I'm cool with, she was like, oh well, if you don't want to go with me, go with my Morena, my friend. She's a Morena, like she was brown skin. So it's like I'll hook you up with my friend or whatever. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Like I already been talking to you or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I ain't trying to disrespect. She was like, well, you know, if that shit tight, then go with her. Like they be trying to hook me up with their friends and shit. Like that should be weird. You know? It's the same shit. You think it's different, but it's the same shit. Like high school. It's like high school, but we all grown ups.
That's what it seemed like. It seemed like what happened on with the Europeans coming there, the Spaniards and French coming there, it left a little mark, and they still lagging behind. In America, we just a little more normal with it. Like it seemed like they're more eccentric with it. Like you said, like high school, like the excitement is a little different. Even if the excitement is hate, it's still like it's more like it's like the fuck, like why are you extra hating or why are you extra Joe? Like they about to take a selfie with you. You should take a selfie.
It'd be weird, yeah.
That's why when I do these videos, it's always interesting to me. Like I always explain. Many I know, like one of my bosses I worked for years. He up there in his fucking. He got to be in his 80s, and like, yo, I love the boy like my father. Like, so like I always say on these videos that it's like God put certain situations in my life, like the breakthrough, the seeing, like, you know, they say humans only see a certain spectrums of colors of light.
You only see what you fucking know. You know what's in your fucking, like, in front of your path. So, you know, you just look at, like, you was in Philly all your life, and then you came to Jersey, and Jersey you got a different perspective on shit.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Like, if you would have stayed in Philly all your life, you would have probably been one way. But then you came to Jersey and you seen the shit was different. You know, so that gave you a different point of view. Just like, I don't know. I think people need to step outside the box with they shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, go see different shit. When you see different shit, you start to look at shit differently.
Exactly. And they don't understand that. So let's get through this fucking video real fast, so we can get back on the topic. All right, let's go to where am I at? It's like 60 seconds left.
Ancient aliens be like much of Annunaki who wish to Atlantis would leave behind many colonies which would go on to form independent kingdoms. The most technologically advanced would be the pre-Diluvian Babylonia, which was ruled by godlike alien refugees from Nibiru known as the Annunaki, who wished to uplift Earth's inhabitants. In reality, they were miners who took advantage of gullible humans to create a minor race of humans to harvest gold deposits on Earth, while also creating a giant race to haul huge loads. Their power and technology reached heights thought impossible, but after a faithful dig site uncovering fossils from the Finno-Korean past, fearing this discovery could create a massive rebellion, the Annunaki flew up into space and orbited Earth, where they melted the glaciers which caused a huge flood, killing most of the planet's population. They returned, retaught the small group of survivors agriculture, and instructed them to rebuild Annunaki megastructures. Once finished, the Annunaki
I know the lag probably crazy, but they gonna show the Pizza Hut. That shit got me stopping.
Annunaki left Earth promising to return. Using the Mayan long count calendar, many reputable sources point to the year 2012 as the year of their return.
Thanks for the money, dummy.
To the money, dummy. Oh, he insulted me too at the end. You motherfucker. You goddamn motherfucker. He got me watch this video, gave him a fucking view, and he insulted me at the end. Hey, is that how it go on YouTube? Man, in fact, I'm about to start insulting motherfuckers. You 6 subscribers, 8 subscribers, you fuck you motherfuckers. You ain't shared this video. You ain't gang, man. This Saints Row over here. So, all right, so I'm going to get into what's the deep. We going to want some deep shit. A lot of Christians and a lot of religions, they often say amen at the end of their prayers. Why do they say amen?
That's the wrong way it should be done.
Yep. It's because you're giving veneration to a God that you don't even understand.
Amen.
So I'm not really, and watch this gonna go in deep when you understand. See, I follow more the path of Thoth now. Like Thoth is to me the next level. Like I think him and Enki is really the good guys in all this story. I always kind of point that out. But Amen, but trust me, Amen, yeah, he might not be so good. So let's when you watch this, you can be like, oh shit. I mean, I still might say amen, but I know who you is.
Did you know that when we conclude?
See, this is another like deep insight into my mind. Like, I feel like the higher I go ascending a mind state, I feel like I control good and evil. Like, I feel like it's like you can rock out with all good, but the war will never end until you get them all to fall in line. So like that's why I don't give certain veneration to certain gods, but it's like, yo, like it gotta be a fall in line eventually.
Conclude our prayers with Amen. We are in actuality giving worship and praise to an evil Annunaki alien man named Marduk, who is also known as Amun-Ra in the Egyptian pantheon. Amun-Ra gave a decree thousands of years ago on Earth that humans should honor and thank him by saying his name, Amen, at the end of their prayers. Amun-Ra, also recognized as Marduk in Sumerian text, was the chief god deity of Babylon and is an immortal Anunnaki alien who has covertly governed and owned planet Earth for millennia and still owns it now. Amun-Ra was responsible for initiating the significant pyramid wars in Africa and the Middle East over 50,000 years ago, leaving the lands in complete desert due to the advanced weaponry that destroyed most plant life. His intention: he yearned to be the singular God revered by human beings who were engineered in the Garden of Eden.
See, that's why I would say that like all races came out of us. It seemed like around the story.
I was in the room because I thought it was the battery that was dead.
Oh, what happened? Oh. So I believe that like all races came out of the original black, maybe, and I don't know. I think Atlantean is when the black came in. I'm not sure about the Etherian beings. They was light bodies. They didn't need no body or colors. Like, so I believe they all came out of them. I believe that when there's two different alien species races that came here, they call them like the Lyrians, and they're more like the light tigers, and that's why I think they get that humans sometimes two black couples can have a light-skinned baby, like just DNA test though, but they can still have a light-skinned baby, and I think it's basically all the different alien species that's in the main host species might just jump out at certain times. Like, so that's why I believe that we all are one, and Marduk was still part of us. If they depict him as a blonde hair and things, but it's all in us. So it's like eventually we got to come to understanding that like we all the same thing. We all two different alien species combined into one, and it's going to jump out at certain times and different parts in history. Basically around the Yakub era, if anybody knows about that a little bit, he kind of was grafting it out, like self-hatred, and which is, it's dumb. Like You self-hate yourself, you harm yourself, but it also created, like you said, different races of cultures. So I think everything happens for a reason. But like as you see here, Marduk ain't playing no games. Like
each member of the Anunnaki royals was allocated designated periods in the cosmic constellations to govern and rule Earth. However, a significant great flood incident resulted in the overshadowing of Amun-Ra's designated time to rule. The Anunnaki and Atlanteans from Nibiru represented a diverse civilization. The Anunnaki royal family from Nibiru possessed a lineage that connected to both reptilian draconian and Lyran Syrian ancestries. This lineage, which arose 12 million years in the past, was the result of a peaceful union of marriage agreement between a royal reptilian female from the Orion Empire and a Lyran Syrian male from the Galactic Worlds Federation. This union initiated a brief period of harmony and additionally birthed a novel royal hybrid race. These warrior-like beings, muscular and exhibiting both various dark and light skin tones, the full-blood royals were said to have skin so dark that it would appear Arcturian blue to the human eyes, and with facial attributes reminiscent of African Asiatic people, which is recognized in our ancient records today as the extraterrestrial Anunnaki royalty. They are the paramount monarchical leaders of the diverse civilization of Nibiru and, interestingly, they represent the dark-skinned, muscular gods that are depicted in ancient Sumerian civilizations whose heights are up to 8 to 10 feet. Deep within this lineage, Marduk was the son of Enki, Nibiru's eldest and most learned prince. Enki was born to King Anu and a servant woman of Pleiadian heritage.
So that's what's deep going into these videos, is explaining. A lot of times on these live streams, explaining that in the Bible, they say, they put in the name God to like 8 different gods, like in different periods. Seems like Anu was the head big boy, the Anunnaki. It seemed like he was more indifferent. He was good and bad. He was like a cool dude. Like, let's break it down. He was a cool dude. Then came Enki and Enlil. Enki was kind of the good guy, trying to help humans, wake them up. And Lil was more the militant. Hey, fuck y'all motherfuckers run around in thongs, blow up Sodom and Gomorrah. Bottom line, like, and Lil was like no joke, cruel-hearted, tell Joshua to go fucking slaughter a whole bunch of people when they left fucking Egypt. So, or we go to the next level. Now we get Marduk and fucking Thoth. Marduk was kind of like the evil son of Enki. Thoth was more like the good one. And you hear me talk about Thoth a lot. He wrote the Emerald Tablets, restarted Earth, know what I'm saying, built the pyramids. He that boy, like, so I think that's the end of it.
Widely recognized for his wisdom and might, Enki had a son named Marduk, also known as Amun-Ra. After a long myriad of years, when he finally ascended to power on Earth, he decreed that whenever humans communicate with the divine, they should direct their devotion to him and conclude their invocations by uttering his name, Amen. Amun-Ra would use his rule to bring mankind into a state of dehumanization of assault, slavery, genocide, and destruction in his name.
That's why I be like, oh, hold up, man. I can't give veneration to you. Like most likely you was a little bit cruel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sacrificing motherfuckers at the top of the pyramid. Like, so I don't know if I'm going to be ending my prayers with amen. But fall a line, amen. Like, you did enough. Like, it's time for somebody else to take the reins and you need to cut it out. Because, like, for sure, you know what I'm saying, periods of the Bible when them guys was a little vicious.
Name and the one religion of him. Amun-Ra ordered Joshua and Moses in biblical text to slaughter children, assault.
Yep. Everything I'm saying is like straight coming. You see, I talk about the Joshua. And when I was young, this is a deep little second. I gotta hurry up to the video. But when I was young reading the Bible, I always used to be like, yo, why would God tell them to go kill men, women, and children in them lands and cities that they want to conquer and they wanted to give to Joshua and the Israelites that just fled out of Egypt? So it was always puzzling to me and disturbing me. Like, yo, like, that don't seem like a good God. Like, you know, they blamed it on, oh, those people were doing bad stuff and witchcraft and all different things. But still, men, women, and children, though, like the children, though.
And sacrifice innocent women and men in cities who worshipped other Anunnaki aliens other than him. Deuteronomy 22:28-29 reads like this. If a man happens to meet a virgin who is not pledged to be married and assault her and they are discovered, he shall pay her father 50 shekels of silver. He must marry the young woman, for he has violated her. He can never divorce her as long as he lives. This is one of the many clear texts in this gospel that showcases this deity was not the creator God that we believe in, but an alien man giving incentives for genocide and assault of modern human communities for his patriarchal gain and reptilian mindset passed down from his heritage. He was constantly in confrontations with his kin regarding his ambition to be the paramount deity of both humans and the planet in archaic eras. By pressuring the infamous Pharaoh Akhenaten of Egypt to introduce the concept of monotheism, insisting on the renunciation of venerating multiple gods who are really extraterrestrial beings, and urging allegiance solely to himself as the sole and only God, now known as Amun-Ra, the sun disk god, no longer keeping his Sumerian Babylonian name, Marduk. The Canaanized Bible, specifically the books of Exodus, Judges, and Deuteronomy, in truth depicts a conflict between humanoid aliens equipped with sophisticated technology, who manipulated humans as instruments, compelling them to battle and eliminate each other in the name of their god, Amun-Ra. Marduk's lineage, including his progenitor Enki and sibling Thoth, were disconcerted by his aggressive tendencies, which echoed the sinister nature of his uncle, Enlil, also identified as Yahweh. Thoth, who governed ancient Egypt for a span of 16,000 years, was instructed by his father Enki to depart from Egypt, abandon the contentious pyramid conflicts with the devoted Olmecs, and establish a fresh civilization in the territories we currently recognize as the Mayan and Aztec regions of the world. Recognized as an
All right, so that's to anybody in my Pan-Africans out there who be like, we came from Africa. No, idiot, like, we didn't come from Africa. We came from America. And then Thoth went over to Egypt and restarted Egypt. And then, for some reason, he got his ass whooped by his brother Marduk. And then he came back over to fucking America. That's what it sounded like. That's what it's sounding like to me. Like, I mean, I'm just trying to make it clear to y'all. Because a lot of people want to be, you know, with the Dr. Umars out there, we Pan-African. Nah, man, like, me personally, I don't believe slavery existed or any of that stuff. It didn't exist. Like, for the most part, it didn't exist. And it just is what it is. Like, you gotta stop, like, running over the different continents and trying to identify with different continents when we're the base. We're the base. Like, we restarted the planet. Like, so, sorry, Dr. Umar.
Exceptionally potent Anunnaki, Marduk or Amun-Ra, was reputed to embody the capabilities and technologies of all Anunnaki beings of all worlds. His legendary triumph over the formidable Dragon Queen and sovereign Tiamat, and her legion during an Anunnaki intervention on Earth approximately 350,000 years in the past, earned him immense respect. The Anunnaki, in appreciation, conferred upon him 50 titles and designated him as their leader, with 50 being a number of great import, formerly linked to his uncle Enlil, who Marduk supplanted as commander god of Earth after his reign. Operating from an orbiting saucer-like craft or shining sun disk, Amun-Ra's dominion extended primarily over regions like ancient Babylon and eventually, after contest with his brother Thoth, ancient Egypt. He revealed his genuine form solely during a rendezvous with Moses on Mount Sinai. Furthermore, Marduk is recognized as the father of Nabu, the Babylonian wisdom deity, whose facial depiction is immortalized on the iconic Great Sphinx. Popular belief holds that Amun-Ra's lineage is intertwined with that of the ancient Egyptian monarchs, and remnants of this royal genealogy including the renowned King Tut lineage, persist in modern-day humans through breeding and genetic markers placed through advanced technology. Yet Amun-Ra's disposition was far from benevolent, with a distinct narcissistic god complex streak. Our souls have already ordained that we hour the light against the dark. As we continue in the age of Pisces, his dominion over our world remains unchallenged. However, once we enter the age of Aquarius, our souls will return to the higher astral dimensions and new Earth. His current whereabouts remain uncertain, but indications suggest his proximity is close, much like the Sith Lord Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars films. Speculations abound regarding secret cabals and the elite who may venerate Amun-Ra and possibly operate under his aegis, striving to perpetuate our intellectual and spiritual subjugation on this planet. In retrospect, we are all like Neo and Trinity in the Matrix, forever battling and conquering the mathematical yin and yang multiverse. We ask that you take these spiritually truthful tenets at your behest and seek out the truth in your own time, and then you will begin to see the connections of these ancient mysteries unveiled. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Astral Legends for more episodes on ancient mysteries and legends.
Y'all definitely gotta subscribe to Astral Legends. Like they got that AI shit down pat, and I'm trying to get it down pat. I can't figure it out. I'll make a whole movie with the AI. Y'all gotta be fucked up, yo. That shit look hot. All right, I'm trying to see if I'm gonna go into another video. I got the origins of black people, origins of Native American, origins of white people according to the Bible, all according to the Bible, which for the most part is coming from the sons of Noah. Like I said, so I guess you can say then there's like 4 sons then. I don't mean the Pan-Africans to separate us from y'all, but Atlantean and then the sons of Noah. They say Ham went to Africa. They say Shem stayed in maybe India, a little bit lower India, but Middle East area. And they say Japheth, he went more to Russia, North Russia, Ukraine, just high up there. That's why I say Thoth, I believe Thoth at the deluge to restart the earth, he went and scooped Noah up. He scooped Noah and his homies up, his family up, scooped them all up in a spaceship. So I don't know if it was actually, it might have been actually a ark, a boat, but probably was like, all right, these motherfuckers suffered enough. Like, let's go scoop them up. And he dropped each family off in different parts and was just like, which is weird. You know why it's weird? Because how y'all gonna multiply if not for incest? God damn. Damn, I ain't mean to hit y'all with that, but that's why I'm kind of hoping it was somebody still left on Earth, because it's fucked up. A lot of incest going on. A lot of incest. Because who else y'all gonna have eventually? I ain't mean to hit y'all with that, but all right. Let's go into. They're gonna say the origin of black people is basically gonna be from Ham. I know that's from Ham, Africa. Let's see how long this one is.
Welcome to the Fun Facts of Mythology channel. Ancient tales of the Jewish people and other ancient traditions always identified Ham as the ancestor of African peoples. Furthermore, all interpretations of Ham's children point to African countries and regions of Africa
really wanted to get
African
into,
peoples.
For the most part,
it is curious
is a
that
major video on this is the origin of Native American people. All right, so you hear me claiming to say that, like, maybe some of the black people that was over here were over here, and they were just the original Americans, the Atlanteans. They just was over here. They didn't get wiped out, and then he flooded a deluge, and then Thoth just bounced on us. Like, you see how he do us? Like, it's fucked up. But so they say, I believe more that the West Coast of America was a mix of Asian and Ham. Ham, you would say Africa, or a mix of Asian, sons of Japheth, and Atlantean. Say if you would say the original people of America was black, indigenous, basically dumbed down versions of the Atlanteans over the years. So, you know, you always hear about the talk about the land bridge over Russia. You can basically, at certain periods of Earth, you could just walk across from Usher to Alaska. Like, you could just just pack your bags, take a little trip, you know what I mean, get in your car, ride over the bridge. But of course, during the years, it sunk a little bit. So that's what they say. A lot of sons of Japheth came over, and they were more like the upper Northern Europe, Caucasian, Asian, because obviously Russia. The sons of Japheth, and we identified the son. Well, they're going to talk about it, but this just to clarify, because a lot of people be like, oh, you know, they say the $5 Indians are white people who are just trying to like capitalize on some of the treaties and things you can get if you claim Native American, things like that. But then I go back on it and it's like, well, maybe are some, because as we identifying that a lot of the Europeans and white Americans and all over the world, they come from the sons of Japheth. So it's like, or maybe like, so is maybe the base Native American that's not mixed with Atlantean or mixed with Atlantean got a little bit of like European, North Russian, Ukrainian, Siberian. See, y'all gotta keep up, man. Like, I go too deep past y'all. So that's where you get a little bit of the straight hair and the darker tone. So it's kind of like coming together. Like, damn. So are those $5 Indians or those Europeans that they clearly look European, claiming to be Native American? Like, damn. So are they kind of a little bit of it? And then on the darker side, because it seems like the darker Americans and Atlanteans before colonization were on the East Coast, up and down Florida and everything. So I don't know, man. Like I said, it's, to me, it seems like the more you try to divide the races, everything comes back like a boomerang, and it comes back into one. Like, it's just like you can't divide it, because every time you try to divide it, it comes back. Like, goddamn, like it can be both. Both truths can happen. The two truths can happen. It's weird. All right, let's go into a little bit.
Welcome to the Fun Facts of Mythology channel. The people whose story is never told about their origin, or rather, the people who have never told us about their origin. But what would be the origin of the mysterious indigenous people? Or rather, what would be the origin of indigenous peoples, those called by some as Native Americans? Come with me and discover, according to the Bible, what is the origin of indigenous peoples, in another video from our series The Origin of Peoples According.
I don't mean to stop it, but man, when I looked at my grandmother, I always just looked at her and be like, yo, I didn't know how to describe it, but it's like, I was like, yo, she's Native American. Like, my grandmother had these features, but was darker. And I always used to be like, when I looked at her and used to be like, yo, like, what's up with that? Like, I didn't really understand it younger.
According to the Bible. The indigenous peoples of the Americas,
oh my God,
as well as the...
If you look at me right now, the cheekbones, god damn, set it on fire. Like, we going in deep. I'm not even trying to go in this deep. The live already been long, and it's about to be a part 3. Because, like, bro, look at the features and go darker. Like, this is what a lot of East Coast black people look like. It just, it's crazy. Set it on fire.
The natives of Siberia in Russia have their genetic origin traced to one of the descendants of Japheth, son of Noah. What would be this offspring that gave rise to the Indians? The offspring in question is the offspring of Gomer's son, Togarma. Togarma is the first.
And Gomer is the son of Japheth, basically the third son of Noah. Japheth went up into Siberia, Russia, and everything, and he had like 3 or 4 more sons, and Gomer was one of the sons. Then that's why it's different sects of Europeans. So I like I said, once you learn race, you look at them, you start to understand. There's different sects of them, but for the most part, they come from sons of Japheth. And that's why a lot of times you hear me say Ashkenaz and all that. Those are the ones that end up becoming like the Jewish and the converts and the Germans and different things like that. So we're going to keep going deeper. But Gomer was one of the sons, and he had a son named, I guess, Darpa or whatever. He crossed the land bridge, basically.
First father of the indigenous peoples, being also the father of the Asian peoples. In addition, he is the father of the indigenous peoples of the Americas and Siberia, specifically the natives of Siberia. Tagarma is the first ancestral father of the indigenous peoples, being the second, one of the tribes of the descent of Ham, father of the black peoples.
All right, see, this is where I stop it. See, this is where I don't believe. See, a lot of the now pro-black Americans say that, like, oh, Ham and Mansa Musa and the Empire of Africa and all this stuff came over to America before colonization, and that's why black people got here. Nah, I don't think so. Now, they might have came over here, but when they came over here, the mighty motherfucking Atlantean motherfucking army was probably waiting for their ass. And they probably, as a lot of black people do, or just, they're welcoming. So it's, you know what I'm saying, it's not a problem. So this is why I had to stop it. Like, so they're saying that the modern Native American was a mix of sons of Japheth, Asian, Caucasian, Northern, Russian, and they were mixed with Ham from Africa. I stop it. You're not gonna get away with that. Like, no.
But back to Tagarma, the first father of indigenous peoples. The DNA tests of the genetics of indigenous peoples pointed out and found at the primary and partially majority origin of the indigenous peoples of the Americas and Russia, in the case of Siberia, came from peoples of Asia, that is, from the descent of Tagarma. Tagarma is one of the parents of Native Americans, being mostly the father of indigenous peoples. This is not only a genetic fact of DNA, but also an evident fact in the appearance and traits of indigenous peoples. The features and appearance of indigenous peoples are characterized by pulled eyes and dark, straight hair. The eyes pulled by themselves already denote and show where the origin of indigenous peoples came from, which is an Asian origin of Tagarma descent. However, the descendants of indigenous peoples are not only descendants of Tagarma, father of Asian peoples. The dark or brown skin tone, with a light brown color, refers to the descent of one of the tribes of the Hamite peoples, that is, the black peoples. Evidently, the mixture of the descendants of Tagarma, who have light skin and slanted eyes, with the genetics of one of the tribes of Kam, resulted in this aspect of brownish tone, which is observed in.
You see, they keep trying to say, oh, he's half African. Get out of here. Stop it. They keep trying it. Like, stop it. But then, let me hit y'all again with it. Thoth left America with his Atlantean gang, went to Egypt, and restarted Egypt. So if Ham was there, most likely the people of Africa today are half Ham, half Atlantean. So, I mean, you don't want to be in Africa so much. Like, I don't know. That's why I don't understand. You don't want to be in Africa so much when the whole planet, like, so that's why I understand the mindset of black people. Oh, Africa, black. Look, listen. Where you set your feet is home. Who lives next to you is home. No matter the race, who's sitting next to you is your motherfucking family. Cut it out. Like, you can't run. Like, everybody's everywhere. You can't run.
In indigenous peoples, even reaching the dark tone. Another fact to highlight is the meaning of the name Tagarma. The linguistic etymology of the word refers to broken or pulled, referring to the slanted eyes of his descendants and even himself. Now, who was and how to identify the second father of indigenous peoples? Undoubtedly, the second father of the indigenous peoples is Ham, as many of them have brown and dark skin tones, which refers to the Hamite descent. In other words, indigenous peoples are a mixture of Ham and Japheth, that is, of Ham and Tagarma. Brown and light brown skin tone is quite common among indigenous people. Another feature that refers to the black Hamite origin of indigenous peoples, such as the Mayans, Aztecs, and Incas, is the evident presence of the negroid nose in their sculptures. This trait is not only restricted to the indigenous peoples of the Americas,
just call
such
me?
as the Mayans, Aztecs, and Incas, but is also observed elsewhere and in other indigenous peoples. An extremely interesting fact is the existence, in Africa, of a people known as Khoisans. This tribe is one of the oldest on the African continent and stands out for having characteristics such as slanted eyes and a variation in skin tone.
But I say, if you ain't gonna say you got a DNA match, then get out of here with that. Because most likely, sons of Japheth and Asians in India, they came over here anyway. All you gotta do is just hop off the port in Tokyo, off the port in Tokyo. I mean, take a little ship probably up above Australia, in between, go around India, right in Africa, right there at the southeast coast is where they probably talking about these people are from. And you can brush his hair too before you take the video too. You gotta hook my man up with a lineup, man, before you try to showcase him. We don't go out like that. No, he do got kind of like a Sharpie, but it's pushed way back. Like, I ain't mean to go in on young boy, but you love your young boy. He got the pearls on. Nah, man, what type of freak shit? It might better be a girl.
Tones, with some individuals being lighter in.
Got Kevin Durant right here. See, I'm going into roasting now, cause bull keep trying. Bull keep trying to connect me to Africa, so now I'm gonna have to go in on him. I'm going in on the Africans now, though. But damn, Kevin Durant head looking bull. Need to get a pick, brush. You need to get the little sponge to turn it into locks, cause come on, my guy. You can get a sponge for like $1 off Amazon now. Like, curl that up.
In color compared to other Africans.
Oh, the word African.
This indicates a strong genetic influence coming from the.
I ain't gonna lie. It's some lady that's right down the street. Unfortunately, she's strung out on that shit. Look exactly like her. OMG. Damn, maybe I should take it back. Maybe we are half African, because this lady literally is down the street. That's crazy.
Hamite tribe, revealing a connection between the indigenous and Asian peoples of Tagarma. This similarity can be observed in the native peoples of Siberia, who are very similar to Asians due to their slanted eyes, fair skin, and straight dark hair. In addition, there is another ethnic group that also shares similar characteristics with Asian peoples. This is due to the same origin of indigenous peoples and Asians. More specifically, indigenous peoples descend from the Tagarma peoples, who are also present in North America. In Native Americans, some have fair skin, while others have darker skin tones, and their facial features are a little more reminiscent of black people. However, the hair remains dark and straight. Interestingly, in some Asian peoples of Siberia, you can even find red hair. I would like to make a request to everyone who enjoys our series. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so now. That way, you'll be notified as soon as we release a new video from the series. The studies for the production of these videos require a lot of work, but they are done with care and respect for all the peoples that God created.
So I guess I should apologize to the $5 Indians. I mean, but I don't know, man. Let's get some DNA testing. Y'all can't just go in and claim any type groups and then get the subsidies and the wherever the looks outs of the rewards. But for sure, it's a lot of my uncles got that crazy cheekbone. Our hair ain't as straight no more because our shit kind of nappy. Naps. So I don't know. I was curious what people think about the shit that I put on here, like, cause I'm down the rabbit hole. I'm at the bottom, like looking up at y'all, like, hey yo, come on. I'm like it at the fucking sewer, like, come on down here, come on play. Soon as you look down the rabbit hole, I just pull you down. Come on down here. Now, I got my boy Jay on there. He probably ain't on it anymore, but I got the origin of white people according to the Bible, and that's pretty much sons of Japheth. It seemed like they were up in Iceland a little longer before they came down and basically just seized Europe and different things. So I definitely need like this gear though. This gear is fire. Like, damn, that fit. I don't know about the skirt though. I already know what they're gonna say on this, but the real interesting one was the Native American one. That's cleared it up for a lot of people that be like, oh, black people, Native Americans, and those other people, they were just Asians that came over the land bridge. Yeah, and they mixed with us. Like, they mixed with us. So stop it. Like,
did you know that the sacred scriptures mention the origins of European peoples? Biblical texts cite the names of the ancestral ancestors of certain European peoples in chapter 10 of Genesis. If you didn't know that, the sacred scriptures are sources that interpret these texts, taking into account the symbolism presented, the origins, regions and countries of characters and peoples. In the case of European peoples, we find several mentioned in the sacred scriptures, but mainly the Greek people and the Macedonian people, who are direct descendants of one of the sons of Japheth. With this, we all...
Jay, you still on the line? Probably not. And you probably ain't gonna hear me say that until the delay catch up. Let me see if he's still on there. Oh, he out. Alright. Yeah, because the live was pretty long. Like, I wouldn't expect anybody to be on it. But that was some good dialogue from earlier. It definitely ties into what I be trying to break down and explain a lot of times, that like we divided, but we're all connected. Like, you can't divide us anymore. Like we're all fucking one. Like, it's like a wrap. Like, and it's when all the races wake up and understand that, we can just overthrow the motherfucking elites. Like, get the fuck out. Like, just push them off the mountain. Like, they at the top of the pyramid. How easy it is if everyone at the bottom of the pyramid just push them off. Like, just think about that in your head. Like, get out of here. Like, right. All right, so I'm going to keep going into it. The European, origin of Europeans. That's pretty much sons of Japheth. It sounded like he came out eating an apple.
I had to put the fucking headphone on.
Oh. That's why, like, this technical shit is crazy. Trying to figure out what can be allowed, what's not going to be a crazy loop. Oh, because I wanted to ask you, did you ever identify, like, your direct lineage? Were you, like, Irish? It has to be Irish, right?
No, Irish, Native American.
Irish, Native American. Well, did you see, was you watching a little bit what I was showing, though?
Yeah, I seen it.
With
fucking dealing with still fucking somebody still here and having to fucking deal with the fucking bullshit.
Oh. But so that's basically saying, like, Native American are pretty much white and sons of Japheth, because it's like identifying that, like, most whites and Asians for the most part comes from sons of Japheth, and like it's like you said, I'm half Native American and half. That's interesting because that's like exactly identifying. It's like not what you're half. It's like exactly what you are. It's weird. Like, but I kind of believe like the down southern white people or like sons of Esau, because you know with the red beard they say like in Jacob time.
It's different fucking.
Yeah.
I think it's different, like in like every race. I think it's different, like lineages of like, you know, oh, you might identify as a white person, but you might be descendant of this instead of like, it just everybody's not the same.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
They don't
like,
understand that. They don't understand. Like that's why I look at, like, that's why I brought up before, I look at like the Ashkenaz is not like I'm not really sure. they different.
Yeah, I don't know all that fucking technical shit. I just know that like certain, like, you just look at like they you know the saying black don't crack. You know what I mean? Like, but like some black people it does, like you can tell they age, but then some it don't. Just like some white people, you can tell like that motherfucker either looks old as fuck or is old as fuck, but they might be like 30 years old. Like, you know what I mean? But some people, it's your DNA is what determines what you are. You know what I mean?
That ties in what I keep fucking yelling out there. Like, I don't believe I'm African or from the sons of Noah. Like, I think I'm a different, like, Like, I don't know. It just seems different. As far as a black person looking at Africans that come over here, we look at them and be like, nah, we not the same.
Well, that's the same way as if you go over there, they look at you like you're not the same. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you can't. I don't know. That fucking race shit, it annoys the fuck out of me, to be honest with you. Like, because at the end of the day, you know, we're all ruled by fucking money at the end of the fucking day. Right. So, you know, if you want to, you want to war with your fucking neighbor, or you want to fucking have a barbecue with your neighbor, which one you want to do? We still live next to each other. You know what I mean? You want to war, or you want to fucking barbecue and party?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And see, that's what the crazy angle I always be trying to come with these videos is like, I'm trying to come on an angle with like not dividing this. It's like people need to exactly identify what it is and then fucking understand that there's bad in all the races and we have to throw them off the top. Like, we gotta stop the lower level, gotta understand each other and understand, and then we can come together and unite like Voltron. But they don't, like, people, that's what I say, a lot of other content creators and things, they do videos and they want to like divide the races. Like, no, we're not dividing the races. We need to understand exactly what happened, what is going on, and who's in charge of like all this shit, like to go fuck their ass.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is like I just seen I don't know if you friends with that dude blogs on Facebook. Bilal, he went to fucking city and shit. So he does like interviews. He used to work for like the radio station and shit. He was like, oh, he posted, oh, like he was like flexing, like, yo, I'm interviewing the owner of the #1 black owned bank in the country. But I'm like, you taking pride in that, but like he's on one level and you're on one level. You know what I mean? Y'all not the same. Like, y'all might be the same skin color, but he owns a fucking bank. You know what I mean? You're not.
What he thinking? Like, cause they the same race that like they together.
Yeah, like it's like some type of fucking, you know, like a brotherhood or some shit. It's like, no, y'all not the same. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's on a different fucking level than you are. You know what I mean? But he was like trying to fucking flex with it. Like, yeah, I'm interviewing him. Okay, you're interviewing him. So the fuck what? You know what I mean? Like,
what was he, like, white or Asian or Hispanic?
No, it's a black dude.
Say Bilal. I gotta look at it again. Like, but yeah, but
I don't know if you're friends with him or not. But.
So was the company bull some black bank owner or something? What you say?
I don't know who he was. He just posted, I'm interviewing the owner or the CEO of the fucking the #1. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was a black owned bank that he was like interviewing. I guess it's like the only one. I don't know what it is. Like,
so
I don't know.
Like extra racially Joe.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like, and it's like
racial Joe.
It's like, bro. It's like, yo. First of all right, that's cool. Whatever. Yeah, you're happy that you're doing that. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. But like y'all on two different levels. Like, this man owns a fucking bank, and you're interviewing him.
That's the discussion of like, ultimately. See, I believe all races though, they still like they huddle together. They like,
do because it's like common fucking. It's like, I don't want to say
common thing to do.
Not common, but like.
I think. See, sorry, I'm gonna start talking about my experience with Amazon. All right, so when I go out there, I can see it. They will have that vibe of cuddling together, but there's no other races out there where I'm delivering to out in Pennsylvania and stuff. So you can't say like they're being exclusive if no one else is out there. But you get that vibe a little bit, like they would seem like they would pull strings for their own and different things like that. But I think it's also versus ego in a single person. Like, overall, it's dog eat dog. And motherfuckers, if it come down to you fucking with my money, I don't give a fuck about your fucking skin color.
Well, at the end of the day, that's what it really is. Like, hey, I don't give a fuck what color. If you stop me from eating, then we got a problem. You know what I mean? Just like if you helping me eat, then yeah, we cool. Like, there's no issue here. You helping me fucking eat. You know what I mean? No matter what fucking color you are. Yeah, at the end of the fucking day, that's the way that people need to look at it. It's like, you know, either you're fucking building with me or you're destroying. You know what I mean? It's only two options with it. You're either helping lift me up out of this fucking bullshit, or you're fucking bringing me down. No matter what fucking color you are.
And see the thing that like what's just crazy to me when I go deep down the rabbit hole and about shit is like that I be looking back like yo like black people kind of did it to ourselves like or we did it to ourselves like if say if motherfuckers want to say oh yeah the gods were black and stuff they want to say things like that then all right then we did it to ourselves. So you gotta.
I don't know about that.
I know, because you looking at a standpoint from your shoes, but like, we did it to ourselves. Then, like,
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know enough to comment on it.
I know what you mean, but just the idea I'm putting out, like, so people got to take accountability, like, because I look at a lot of things like, yo, like we did certain things to ourselves, so and we want to be like, oh, like. And be some victims and stuff like so my point is it's a lot of different races and there's bad minds, bad people in all different races, so you can't even like pinpoint it anymore. Like you can't pinpoint something, like it's all about ego and people like, and this is when I get in deeper. I'm trying to figure out on a deeper shit like archons. I don't think people are ready for that. Like
I think at the end of the day is people sell out for money. You know what I mean? Just all right. Let's just not even talk about black and white. Let's talk about hip hop culture in general. I think people sell out for fucking money, and that's
they
obvious.
selling out.
That's obvious.
Sexuality.
You know what I mean? That's obvious.
See Cardi in the panties.
I don't even pay attention. Like I listen to fucking salsa music now. Like
yo, no, that new Kanye joint on fire.
I couldn't even tell you one song up there I haven't fucking listened to. I listen to fucking fire. Salsa fucking Spanish music every day now.
We getting that girl I don't know, little Spanish foods.
Oh man. That fucking coconut rice, boy, that should change your fucking life.
I don't know, coconut is strong.
No, it don't taste like coconut.
So that's what I was trying to identify. Do you kind of identify what lineage you are? Like you said, I feel like you would be. I don't know why I said about Ireland. Like Ireland.
I don't know. Like I never had like a DNA like you know
reach back.
Yeah, like whatever that fuck is. Not link tree. What the fuck is it? Fucking ancestry. I never had none of that done, so I really, honestly have no. I'm just going off by what I was told. I mean, I probably should because I was actually just talking with somebody not too long ago about it. Like,
why would you? What your parents say? Just like, you're white and Native American.
And I think it's like English in there too. England. I think
probably Britain. That's what I said. I go in deep with like trying to identify. I'm pretty sure you might have some Germanic in there, maybe some Ukrainian.
I got no fucking clue, to be honest with you.
What?
I don't even look at this shit no more. Like,
I don't even look at it as far as mine no more because I kind of understood like it's not that much jumping around. For the most part, sometimes you look at like, I mean, you could be. Like what I said, they're showing you could be full-blooded Atlantean. You was never bouncing around like none of the sons of Noah. You see that's why it's identifying that old shit, the ancient shit. It was different races among the ancients. So like, for the most part, it was always different races. And people don't really understand that. They want to like try to take things and run with it for themselves. Empower themselves. We shouldn't be worshiping any guy. We're gonna be worshiping AI soon.
Like
that's so.
I mean, when you look at the fucking like the when the angels came back down, there was already fucking people here. Like before all this shit happened, there was already fucking people here. You know what I mean? So fucking. There's automatically a divide of like fucking God's people and the people that were already here. And the people that were already here were the ones that crucified, if you want to say Jesus or whatever name you want to fucking call it.
Young Jeezy.
Yeah, like there was already people here. So I don't know. This shit's fucking. It's like way too much stuff out. Like I stopped looking at this shit a long time ago because you get
Yep.
stuck into fucking rabbit hole and it
Yep.
fucking like you start looking up and it's like,
Cause I be
fuck, how did I get here?
looking up, like somebody reach down, and when they reach to help me, I'm like, I got you too.
Get down here, motherfucker!
I thought y'all was gonna get away with it. Y'all ain't getting away with nothing. You ain't gonna live a life and just enjoy life. See, a lot of people want to like enjoy. See, that's almost the only problem with. It's just making me reflect and deep reflect of why I do these videos. Like, I could do some ratchet shit and get a bunch of views, but it doesn't always resonate with my spirit. So I look at it like everyone like can keep making videos and going deeper, or we can just get it out the way. And maybe get into some creative minds type shit. Like maybe we were like X-Men. Maybe we were doing some crazy shit. Talking about giants and like how can we get back to that? Like what's the science of eating? It all ties back
that
into
fucking
it.
veil that's blocking that fucking fourth and fifth dimension needs to be fucking taken away.
Oh, that's why I lost my thought. But what I mean is like people like we could wake up from the Matrix, or we can be like Syax on Matrix or whatever his name is, and just be like enjoy the steak, like, and I don't know, is the steak real? Like,
it tastes good. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Like it tastes good.
That
Like,
shit could be a fucking giant turd on a plate.
plug
As long
me
as it
back
tastes
into
good.
the Matrix, like.
I don't give a fuck. As long as it tastes good. As long as it tastes good, it looks good to my eyes. I can give a fuck what you looking at. From my perspective.
Like plug me back into the Matrix. Like, nah, you out. You can't get back in that shit. They ain't gonna let me back in.
Man. It's too much, like to fucking wrap your head around.
Yeah, but that's why I said I love it because it still ties back into what can we do now. Now, like, I mean, I try to eat different, but for the most part, I survive better off not eating bad foods, eating less.
I was thinking about fucking starting that fast shit again, like eating just once a day. That should be fucking tough, man. Motherfuckers at my job be eating like fucking slobs and shit.
Like I said, I know too much to just eat anything. I'll be looking at shit like, that might be a bad idea. Eating that animal, animal would probably upset.
Well, no, when you really look at it, we ain't supposed to be eating that shit anyway.
The animal was upset. You do that.
You ain't supposed to be eating that. You ain't supposed to be eating that shit.
I'm trying to figure out how to get the live back rolling again. I think I'm still live. Let me see. All right.
It's still on YouTube.
All right, there you go, right there with the sword and shit. Like, see, it's a lot of shit that's why I said it's like I love that it's presenting the idea of like why do these videos to me, just me and my own personal reflect, because it's like it makes me think about a lot of times when I be out there driving, I be like, damn, that white girl look good. Like it's something deep into what I be saying about the Yakub shit, and he might have grafted white people to separate, and it's like an opposite attract shit. So it's like it's like you can't separate us. It's like we're so bound to each other. Like it's like, you know, it's like you something that you never seen, and it's like, because when I be out there driving, I be like thirstier than the motherfucker. I'll be keeping composed, but I be like damn, man, like, and so I wonder if it's like that for other races when they look at like other races, like, because I guess you're so used to seeing the same type of flavor of girl your whole life, and I know it's a weird feeling. I think it's genetically the races are attracted to each other, like because I think people, as far as sexual attraction, react different to opposite races. They just something about the opposite race, like whether it's as far as Chinese, white, like, because it's different, I guess, right?
I guess.
It's all cheeks, though, right?
I mean, if you look at it like that.
Let's see what this shit say. It ain't gonna say nothing. Say the Vikings.
Did you know that the sacred scriptures mention the origins of European peoples?
Romania.
Biblical texts cite the names of the ancestral ancestors of certain European peoples in chapter 10 of Genesis. If you didn't know that, the sacred scriptures are sources that interpret these texts, taking into account the symbolism presented, the origins, regions and countries of characters and peoples. In the case of European peoples, we find several mentioned in the sacred scriptures, but mainly the Greek people and the Macedonian people, who are direct descendants of one of the sons of Japheth. With this, we already have an idea of who is the ancestor of the European peoples. Just as Javan, son of Japheth, is considered the ancestor of the Greeks, so we may infer that Japheth, according to ancient genealogies, Jewish interpretations and other books, and the general opinion of ancient Semitic peoples, is the origin of Europeans. All these sources point to Japheth, son of Noah. The name Japheth has meanings such as beautiful, pale, enlargement, or simply multiplication. Biblically, European peoples are called Japhethite peoples or Japhet peoples. In addition, linguistically, the European language family, including English, German, Russian, Ukrainian and several others, is also known as the Japheth language family, in reference to the ancestor of the European peoples. The sacred scriptures addressed the ancestors of European peoples in chapter 10 of the book of Genesis and also in the book of Chronicles. In them we find Japheth's lineage, his 7 sons, and his grandsons. Through the names of Japheth's sons and grandsons, we can decipher the origins of ancient Europeans. In antiquity, the Israelites themselves called the European peoples Japhets as well as Javanites, referring specifically to the region of Greece as Javanites or simply sons of Javan. In the book of Genesis, we find the names of each of these children. From now on, I will be mentioning the name of each one of them to all of you. These were the descendants of Japheth, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech and Tiras.
Spitting.
And these were the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Riphait, and Togarmah. These were the sons of Javan, Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. The biblical identification of Ashkenaz as an ancestor of the Germanic peoples is a curious and interesting description, still present among Jews to this day. Ashkenazi Jews refer to regions, including Germany and...
We'll see, I don't think Jews like that one bit. This is not an anti-Jewish video. Because I guess they want to say that, oh yeah, we're, no one really, to be honest, as a mind, don't really care who goes by Hebrew Israelite, because it's not the most ancient, like, law in Texas that I've discovered now. So, because for the most part, the Hebrew Israelites was going under Enlil anyway. Enki was helping a little bit, but Enlil, the slaughter all the women and children type bull. So, I mean, y'all want to identify with that? I mean, I don't know. I mean, y'all got to, I mean, it's a new age. But I'm pretty sure the Ashkenaz Jewish community wouldn't like to hear that. I mean, they know where they're from. I mean, but pretty much converted up in Germany to Israelite, Hebrew, or Judaism, I guess. Which is nothing wrong with that. But by that standard, would that make you a Gentile? But then again, fuck what the God said or wrote in the Bible. Fuck with them saying Jews are Gentiles or who or this or, you know what I'm saying, believer or not believer. Like, believe in yourself, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stop letting them scriptures of different gods. They all came under the name of God, but all had their own different ideas of control over the fucking humanity at the time.
Other Germanic regions, as Ashkenazic, because of the ancestor of the Germanic peoples, who, according to the ancient and biblical Jewish view, is Ashkenazic, who gave rise to the Germanic people, including the Germans themselves. In addition to Ashkenaz, there is also the biblical character called Rip-Hait. According to ancient interpretations and consensus of the Irish themselves, who are direct descendants of the Celtic peoples, they concluded that Rip-Hait is the biblical ancestor of the Celtic peoples. Rip-Hait, son of Gomer and grandson of Japheth, is the ancestor of the Celtic peoples, also known as Celts. Celtic tribes scattered across Europe are direct descendants of Rip-Hait, son of Gomer and grandson of Japheth.
Boston Celtics.
In addition to the descendants of Rip-Hait, we find other sons of Japheth always related and seen as European peoples or regions of Europe, or peoples genetically related to Europeans. For example, we have the mention of Madai in the biblical text, who is interpreted as one of the sons of Japheth and refers to the nations that settled in the region of Iran, the Aryan or Iranian peoples. Biblically, the people called Madites are represented by the Medo-Persians. Note the similarity between the terms Medo and Madai.
My Arab brothers sell me them Bloodvilles, backwoods, old-timer drink, Lucy's. Over here with all the snacks, huh?
Due to the origin of these peoples. Madai was the progenitor of the Mad-Dai tribes, which include the Medo-Persians, the Parthians, and many other peoples of ancient Persian ancestry, all of whom traced their Madai origins through Madai, son of Japheth. Another name that calls our attention in Genesis 10 verse 2 is the name Magog. We also have the names Tubal and Meshech. Tubal and Meshech are considered the ancestors of Russian, Ukrainian and other Slavic peoples. Slavic peoples are descendants of these three biblical characters. It is consensus among scholars of biblical genealogies and nations that Russia and Ukraine are the lands of Gomer and Magog, as Tubal and Meshech are their biblical ancestors.
Damn, why you had to say
this
that?
Is of paramount.
So if they saying, for most likely it's probably they identified the sons to the area of Ukraine and Russia, and their ancient ancestral names was Gog and Magog. And you know how in Revelations and they all say, oh, the war of Gog and Magog is the end of the world and all these things like that. But do it feel like the end of the world to y'all? I mean, it kind of do though. But I don't necessarily, like I said, I don't know. Like maybe the end of an era. Because I can't just automatically look what the Bible says, the end of the world. End of the world, they say Revelation seemed like was really supposed to be the book of Genesis. So we got to start looking. But maybe Gog and Magog was way back ancient times. And it's still there now, but ain't no wars popping off except for the one that's there now. Is that war over? The Ukraine, Russia, is that over? Or is it just like, just disappeared? I don't know, but I don't know. That's pretty spooky when you say that, though. But we ain't going nowhere. We collective consciously, quantum mind. Don't nuke the world, you fucking asshole elites. Send a message together, y'all. Like fucking atom bomb. Please don't hurt me. Like Mark Zuckerberg building shelters underground, ass boy. Don't leave us here. Elon, don't leave me. Bezos.
Paramount importance for us to understand the apocalyptic prophecies present in the book of Revelation, in the Old Testament in Daniel, Ezekiel, Isaiah, and other books of the sacred scriptures. It is important that you know about each of these peoples, their names, and their ancestors. For example, Magog, Tubal and Meshech are the biblical ancestors of the Slavic peoples. Ashkenazes is the father of the Germanics, but it is crucial not to confuse the Germanic peoples with the Slavic peoples. We have already discovered the ancestry of some groups of European peoples who are genetically related, all of whom are white peoples in Europe. Another biblical character that draws attention in the sacred scriptures is Tiras, who is considered the ancestor of the Italian peoples due to his relationship with the Etruscans.
Etruscans.
The Etruscans are one of the peoples that make up the ancestry of the ancient Italians. The ancient Romans, descendants of the Etruscans and other Javanite peoples, have an interesting curiosity about Javan, son of Japheth. Javan did not only give rise to Greek peoples, but also other peoples related to Greeks who were not Greeks but had a connection with them.
Jay, remember we was always saying shit back in high school like soccer. We was like Socrates and well, any other fucking name that was with him. That's how it was. We was like, I swear to God, I'll be thinking about that. Like we was on some young Socrates back in high school.
It is fascinating to note that the names of the sons of Japheth have linguistic similarities, although there is differentiation due to Greek, Hebrew and Aramaic. These names bear a striking similarity, with linguistic variations due to the event at Babel, where different languages originated due to the wickedness of men. According to biblical tradition, there is a story that describes the existence of a common language among all human beings, known as the Adamite language. According to this narrative, this language would have been spoken by the first human beings, descendants of Adam and Eve.
What?
Currently, the world is characterized by a great linguistic diversity. There are thousands of different languages spoken across the planet, and many of them have their own history and evolution. An example of this is modern Greek, which is the language spoken in Greece today. Modern Greek is a variant of ancient Greek, which in turn has been spoken for thousands of years, since classical antiquity. Over the centuries, Greek has undergone transformations and changes in its structure and
trying to live that life, just lounging around, the long robes on, spitting philosophy, spitting bars. You know what I'm saying? I like the good life right there.
Vocabulary, resulting in the form we know today. Among the children of Javan, we find Elisa, identified as the ancestor of the Greek or Greek peoples. Elisha, grandson of Japheth and son of Javan, gave rise to the original Greeks. The similarity between Elisha and the word Hellenes is evident not only in English, but also in Hebrew and, of course, in the Greek language. Another son of Javan who arouses curiosity is Tarshish, mentioned several times in the sacred scriptures. Tarshish is the ancestral father of the Tartessians, the first inhabitants of the Iberian Peninsula. The Portuguese and Spaniards are descendants of Tarshish. Although they have other Japheth ancestries and an admixture with Semitic peoples, they are originally considered to be descendants of Tarshish, the Tartessians. Tarshish is described as the son of Javan and grandson of Japheth. Another son of Javan, called Kittim, is always associated with the island of Cyprus. Therefore, the Cypriots are descended from Kittim, one of the sons of Javan. The fourth son of Javan is called Dodonim, although some believe that there was a transcription error and that he is actually Rodonim or simply Doronim, due to linguistic differences. He is considered the ancestor of the Dardanoi, an ancient Trojan people. I could spend hours bringing more stories and biblical identifications about the characters and their origins, but
I know, because you got these videos lined up for me just spitting that shit. I'll try to holler. This type chick you try to holler at back in ancient times, and if you don't got no riz, she might stab you with her sword, so you might have to be careful. She's definitely a problem. Alright. I don't know what the hell this is. Come to take it.
My name is Ribbon, but they call me Red. This is my home. These are my brothers and sisters. My aunts and uncles. They're family, but not my family. I was a runaway, fleeing the abuse of a broken home and a violent world. My mother, the Queen, has lost her mind. 1,000 years of galactic genocide branded as liberation. Generations slaughtered in the name of freedom. These humans are my people now. They know not the machine of war I come from, nor that the machine is coming for me now. My adopted family will not wage war against their will.
Damn, why they got the Amish people on there? That was extra spooky.
They are ready to die, and I am ready to kill. If it is death you're seeking, then I shall awake it. Death awaits you, my dear mother. You must only come and take it.
That was extra spooky. This live is long-winded. I got created another live for my boy Jay to come through.
0, 4.